Hello everybody. Let me get my rod back. This is a real quick video that I've been trying to shoot, but the weather in Virginia sucks again in 2019. Everything's blown out, all the rivers are high. It's sleeting, it's snowing, it's raining, it's cold. I just don't know. I was hoping for a better year, but so we're in my garage next to my mess. I've been trying to clean up though. To introduce you guys to the broomstick. I have zero time on the water or casting this rod because of the weather, but this is, I just wanted to introduce it and we'll kind of see how it goes for the year. This is a Savage Gear browser. It's an extra heavy, and believe it or not, this thing is rated to 80-pound test. So I got this. If you go back and look at my videos, or if you watched me last year, I was spending time punching grass and all, and I was really struggling with the heavy rods. Tip heavy, wearing my wrist out. I'm just not that kind of a fisherman. I'm trying to build that skill though, and I'm bringing you guys along with me. As you can see, spinning. There's, I don't know how many spinning rods are in this garage, but I'm a finesse guy. Heavy to me is 14 pound really, and 20 pound is like, woo, I gotta go really heavy. This has 60-pound braid on it. The rod will hold 80 and 2 ounces. It's 7'6", extra heavy. Initial impressions is the rod's actually not that heavy. It is tip heavy, but again, I've got the feel of a finesse fisherman, so everything's probably gonna feel tip heavy to me. And my only other heavy rod is the Carrot Sticks Black, which is a feather, but that's not an extra heavy. So the purpose of this rod is big swim baits, which I plan to have some time on the water with this year, and punching grass. I've been fishing kid and I've been playing around with this in the house. I hooked it to a couple door handles, locked the drag down. This is a Seneca 200E. Locked the drag all the way down and laid back on it, and the drag would slip. It was everything we could do. We could not overpower the rod with the reel. So I've actually got a nail over there. I'm gonna hook this loop in the braid to that nail and just lift up on the rod and see. I switched out to the Seneca E because of the frame is metal. One thing I noticed when I was punching last year is when I really loaded up on that rod and I was winding, these reels don't have the X-ship or the Hagane gears or whatever, however Shimano pronounces it, and I could feel the flexing in those lesser reels. They're great reels, but under that load with the drag locked, like pulling up on that hydrilla, I could feel the reels flexing. So this is the sturdiest frame reel that I have aside from my Curados, but I don't want to take my Curado. Okay, sorry about that. That was weird. Camera actually died on me. So I don't know where I left off, so we're just gonna start new. But I did clip the rod to the nail. Again, this is 7'6" heavy. Let me see if I can. So it's clipped to a nail that's attached to the leg of my workbench, and I'm gonna load this up. Look at the bend on that. So it's not quite a fast, but it's like, guys, I'm really pulling on my arm really hard right now. So hopefully the drag is still slipping on this Seneca, but the Seneca holds more drag than that than the other reel. I can tell that right now. So I think that this is going to be a good move for me. The only other thing I'm going to do to this is I'm going to take the ball bearings out of the Seneca and I'm going to go back with ceramics. They're going to be noisier, but pitching and flipping and stuff with the ceramics is so easy. So again, Seneca 200E. This browser, it's made by Savage Gear. They make swim baits. So, I think the rod retails for 80. They're all over the eBay right now. The handle's pretty cool looking. See if I can get that in. It's got like a carbon fiber deal, cork butt, carbon fiber, little camouflage cork handle, minimal front, pretty standard reel seat. You got blank through on the trigger. So we'll see. First impressions though, I gotta add some weight to the back. I'm that finesse guy, man, and I struggle with stuff I can feel the tip. It just bothers me. Like it's gonna wear my wrist out. It's not bad though. Like with the Sitica 200E, I'm a little bit forward of the reel. Most of my other stuff, again, is finesse though, balances back here. So this balance is up here. But it's all good because one of my Nico team members is like a world-renowned rod maker. So Fishing FX, I'm sure that he'll be able to tell me whatever I need to do to tweak this rod to make it work better. He'll definitely be able to tell me how to get this rod back to balance. Need a little bit more balance, and then I'm excited about what I'm going to pull out of the hydrilla later on this year. I'll link the rod because, like I said, they're all over eBay. They come in a heavy, or extra heavy. They've got some spinning models. And the crazy thing is, when I first saw this rod, there's a video on the internet. The guy took the tip of the rod, and it's something going on here. You can feel the grain in the carbon. But he took the tip of this rod and bent it in an S. Like the rod tip did that. I'm not doing that with my rod, okay? Lucked up, and I was watching this auction, and I wasn't going to bid on it. And Bass Lover went and bid on it. The auction for this rod went for $40. I guess because it's the off season, but the auction went for $40. So he bid on it and went on ahead and got it. And just huge shout out to him because he just went on ahead and let me have it for working on his boat. So I definitely wasn't expecting that. I've got some really good friends, and he did me a solid. But I'll link it below. Go on eBay and look at it, and I'll link the other videos that I was looking at when I decided to kind of try this out. But again, it's made by Savage Gear, which is Akuma, and Savage Gear makes big, gigantic swim baits. So I'm hopeful that this will work for big, gigantic swim baits and other heavy baits, and try to spend some time this year getting away from finesse. But I'm cold. I don't have much battery left on this GoPro, so we're going to go ahead and end this. Appreciate you guys for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I'm linked below. Also, I've got some shirts out there. There's a pink shirt that just pink worm. I love the shirt. Thought it was funny. Nobody really bought it. Guess y'all don't have my same sense of humor. But there's 5 days left on that. That was a limited item that I had out for sale. We need to sell 13 more before the company will do the print on them. And then there's going to be a link to Store Frontier. Those shirts won't expire. There's a hoodie and a t-shirt there. T-shirts in 3 colors. I just did the hoodie in gray. But please go grab yourself a shirt. And when you wear it on the water, tag me in a photo on your Instagram or your Facebook. I appreciate seeing you guys in the shirt. So look forward to more videos once all the freezing rain stops and the rivers aren't flooded and my life isn't in shambles because of rain. That little creek I've been fishing by my job is flowing across the road right now. They actually closed the road because it got flooded. It's really bad. So I think it's supposed to rain all week and then be 71 on Sunday. What can you do? Springtime in Virginia. Bye.